Hello and welcome to my list of 5 things you probably don't know about Elden Ring. Relevant links and information will be in the description. With that out of the way, let's start the list. Number 1. At the base of many minor air trees, you will often find countless jars of various sizes. This imagery is likely inspired by the real-life plane of jars in Laos. Much like their in-game counterparts, these stone jars vary in size and are scattered throughout the area. Also, interestingly, the living jars are said to contain flesh and blood, and the stone jars in Laos are thought to have been used in funerary practices. Number 2. The way Melina catches the flame of ruin in this cutscene is very reminiscent of how this woman from the Dark Souls 1 intro cutscene catches an ember. The game's director wanted this gesture to be very gentle, as if the woman was protecting something very important and delicate. The reuse of this imagery might imply that Melina is handling the Flame of Ruin with a similar amount of reverence and care. Anyway, From Software often reuses imagery from past titles, and you can see this a lot throughout the game. Some examples are the many tree trunks in the Elden Beast Arena and Ash Lake, text having a physical form like the symbols that emanate from Quelaag, and the ones that form the Cipher Pata and Coded Sword, as well as the large chains of both Broom Tower and the Giant's Forge. Number 3. If you've played Dark Souls 3, then you might have noticed that many of the same moves and animations your character can do in that game are in Elden Ring. But did you also notice that some enemy moves are from previous games as well? For example, the Erdtree avatars share some attacks with the Stray Demons. Another example is that the Fire Prelate shares some attacks with Smo from Dark Souls 1. Number 4. Speaking of similarities between games, you've probably seen some familiar gestures in Elden Ring, but did you catch that this one is the same gesture that the pawns from Dragon's Dogma make when introducing themselves? Alright, that might be too much of a stretch, so I'll toss in a small bonus fact. I'm not sure exactly what triggers it, but there is a glitch you can encounter that will have you not lose any stamina during a boss fight, as if you were not in combat at all. This only happened to me once when I was summoned as a cooperator, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but there are various documented cases of this glitch online. Number 5. Not too far into Caelid, you can find GL Cave. Once you go through this area and beat the boss, you can come out the other side onto a small isolated cliff in Limgrave, where you can get the regalia of Eocade. I think this cave is pretty cool, but you can get this weapon early by climbing up the cliffside using torrents. This might take a couple of attempts, but you should be able to make it after some trial and error. And that is the end of this list. I hope you enjoyed it. I could definitely make a few follow-ups to this video, so let me know if that's something you want to see. If you want to share any cool facts or details that you know about the game, feel free to leave them in the comments and I might include them in the next video. I do plan on making similar videos about Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, so stick around for those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.